Welcome everyone. Now we're going to start some practice from this spreadsheet practice assessment of the new version that is started from September 2021. So let's have a look. On the previous session, we have discussed what sort of question can come and what is the basic understanding for this exam. In this session, we're going to see some actual practice. So what sort of question can come in the exam. So let's have a look. So we have to start the assessment. And after the assessment is started, we're going to see a few files. And one of the files that you have to download from here. So you can click here, assessment book. And that will take you to the download. And the one Excel file will be downloaded. This is our main file. That file we're going to work. And we're going to follow the question. So you can see you have a question here, task 1, then task 2, and task 3. Let's have a look. We have 5 tasks here. We'll try to practice maybe 1 or 2 in this session. So the first one we have here, they said task 1, they said open the assessment workbook, then rename it with the SPSH UAT number, save it somewhere, we can do that. So we need to open the file. We need to make this one with our AT number and save in a computer, because when you upload the file later on, so that it come with our AT number and the exam name. Then they said open the worksheet called profitability. So obviously once we open this Excel file, we're going to see something called profitability. Insert a header with Coco Bakery and the current date, obviously like this date, the day you do the exam, maybe you can enter that date. Both must be right aligned. So obviously you can keep the header on the left or right. They said keep on the header name on the right side, okay? The profitability worksheet contain an incomplete budget for the next 6 months. The sales and the cost of sales relating to this period are shown in the worksheet called sales cost of sales. Okay, so in this worksheet, we'll have a few tabs. Under the worksheet, we'll have few tabs, and one of the tab is called sales cost of sales. Then Cohen mentioned to you that one of the formula used to calculate the total expense in row 11 was incorrect. Correct the incorrect calculation. So they are saying in the row 11, there are one calculation for the total expense. It is not correct. So you have to check it and make it correct. Use a formula to insert total sales, cost of sales in the row 3 and 4 profitability worksheet. Okay, so if I like to bring something from another worksheet, we know how to do it. So we press the equal sign. Equal sign will connect the another number or another cell from a different worksheet. So it's not a difficult thing. I'll show you how to do it. Use the formula to calculate the gross profit. So that is like how to do it. Gross profit equals sales less cost to sales. We know that gross profit means sales minus cost of sales. Then you use formulate to calculate the gross profit each month. So they're asking like to find the profit for each month. So that is gross profit minus the total expenses. That's not a problem. Then we have format the worksheet as follow. Format B3 to G12 to currencies. So we can change the currency. Now we really don't have to do the format. You can do with the shortcut. So on your home section, you can change it from the general to currency. I'll show it how to do it. Then display the column heading in column B and bold and double underline. So you can make underline. They said B to G, make it underline. You can do that. They said insert a row between 12 and 13. So between 12 and 13, insert a row, new row, make a space and make the profit margin. So per margin means normally going to show in a percentage. Format the cell B14 and G14 to show percentage in 2 decimal. Okay. Then we have starting in cell B14. Use the formula to calculate the profit margin for each month and show in a percentage in 2 decimal. We know how to do it. If I like to show the percentage for the profit, so it's a profit in the top and sales in the bottom. The formula for the profit margin is profit will be in the top and the sales will be on the bottom, and times will be 100. That will tell me how much is the percentage for that. Then freeze the worksheet. A and row 1 and 2 are always visible. So they're saying the top will be always visible and the left one, the row and the column. So we can do that. That's not a difficult thing. Set the worksheet to show all formulas. Take a screenshot. So set the worksheet to show all the formulas. The screenshot, you can click on the formula and this will show you all the formulas you have used on this Excel sheet. And this is take a screenshot of that. Rename the screenshot to formula. So the screenshot shot the tab you have on your Excel sheet. This will rename it and name it formulas. All right, so I've seen all of this. Let's have a look. Now we'll try to open the Excel file and have a look what we have there. So once we open the Excel file, we will see the whole thing that we have discussed so far. And from there, we have to start working based on each single requirement. All right, so let's have a look. This is our Excel file that we have just opened. Now you can see we have few tabs here. We have a profitability, we have a sales, cost of sales, a screenshot, price list, invoice, sales assistant, and we have a few more. So like a sales analysis. So we have to use all of this because all the work will be completed within this Excel file. Now let's have a look. The first one, they say to complete the table by using the cost of sales. So we have a cost of sales here. So we can see our cost of sales and the sales. So total sales for the January is this, February this, March this, April this, May this, and June this. And the cost of sales, we have the same. So we have to just bring this figure from there to here. Now it's not going to be difficult. We know how to do it. So we have to use the equal sign and go there and make the total cell, select the total cell and enter. So it will come here. The same we do for the February, equal sign, and we'll go there and click, it will come here. It's a very easy Excel technique, and it's not very difficult for us to do that. So for the April, go back to the April, total sales for the April, for the May, select the May, and for the June, go back to the June. That's it. So it's now connected. When we make a connected cell, if anything we make a changes to the original amount, this amount will be changed. Remember that. So if we make any changes on the sales, cost of sales tab, that will be changed here as well because it's connected. Then we do cost of sales the same way. So equal sign. We have a cost of sales, total cost of sales for the May 37, January 372. Then we have for the February 820. And we have for the March 371. For the April 691. For the May 816. For the June 961. So that's it. This is our sales, the cost of sales. Now they're asking to get the gross profit is very simple. So you make the equal sign and you said sales minus cost of sales. So sales minus cost of sales is the gross profit. So we can do that and hopefully it will work. It will give us the gross profit for all of this. So sales minus cost of sales is the gross profit. Now obviously like the Excel understand if you do one, the rest of the thing you can drag. So you just click here and once this plus sign come, if you keep the cursor on the corner, if the plus sign come, you just drag, it will be done automatically. It's a very simple thing. I'm sure all of us will know it. Then after that, they're asking to find the profit. Now the question already gave us the total expense, so we really don't have to calculate the total expense. But if you remember, the question said on the 11, row number 11, there is a mistake to calculate the total expense. So I like to check it. So we like to check here. If you click here, and if I like to see what formula I have used, I can click on the formula bar and it will show me how we calculated this. So you can see This one is covered up from the rent and they up to the operating expenses. So I think it's fine. This is okay. Click the next one. You can see this is used fine. Click the next one, total expense. You can see it is fine. Click the next one. And this one, you can see the rent 1000 is not included on the total expense for the month of April. So we made a mistake here. And the question tells us there is a mistake. So we have to check where is the mistake. Now all we have to do, we have to use this cursor and just include the 1000. That's it. Nothing else. You can do manually. If you go and right here, it said E6, so it was E7. Now I can do E6, it will be done automatically. But most of the time, if you use the mouse to do the work, it will be faster. The work will be really fast if you use your cursor rather than do it manually. If you put the enter, it will be completed. So that's it. So we have our now total expenses. Now we like to get the profit for each month. So gross profit minus total expense is our profit. So we know that it's not a big deal. So we do equal sign gross profit minus total expense. And that will give us the net profit. And we can do the same way, drag all the way to show how much is the net profit for each month. The next point they are saying to make a space between 12 and 13. So we need to insert a new row. We can select the 13, right click of your mouse and insert, and it will make a space between 12 and 13. And they're saying do the percentage now, show the percentage. How to do that? It's very simple. We make the equal sign and we want to show how much is the profit over the sales. So you click the profit, divide with sales, and it times by 100, and that will show the percentage. Now if you see if it come like that, all you have to do, we have to click the percentage from your toolbar. Now you can see here, if you use the 100, it will be like that. Now all you have to check, remember that if you multiply by 100 and if you click again percentage, that means it will be again 100. So it's not going to work properly. So all you have to do, you have to remove the 100. If you do the 100, you have to make the percentage by yourself with the formatting cell. But if you do that, if you click the percentage, that it will show it is a percentage, 49%. But the question said use the 2 decimal. So all I have to do, I can format from here. So you can see format the cell. And if the format the cell, the new thing will come and it will tell you what it is, percentage. You can choose how many decimal, 1 and 2 decimal. If you click OK, then it will be all right. Otherwise, you can use this bar, just double click, it will show you how many decimal you want. The way you feel comfortable, you can do that. But as I said, if you use the shortcut, the work will be done more quickly. After that, you just make a drag and that will be done. That's it. After that, they are saying you can make the fridge so that the panel and the column will not be moved. So if I like to keep January, February, March on the top, I don't want you to move that. And if I like the cells and this section will not be moved, so I'll keep my cursor here. And if I go to the view, and there's a section called freeze, and just check the freeze the panel. If I check freeze the panel, what will happen? It will be freeze. Now you can see if I even go down, my January, February, March is there. And if I go this side, for example, my sales, cost of sales is there. So this is how you can freeze the panel. Another thing they're asking to make the bold, and I'm sure like you know how to make the bold. So you can select whatever you like to make the bold. Go to your home section, click the B, or from your keyboard, you can press Control and B, it will make you bold. So it's not a big deal. And finally, they are saying one more thing, how to add the header. So all you have to do, you have to go to the insert, click the insert, and on the insert, you have to find where is the header. So you can see header and footer, click the header. And they said if it is freeze, you cannot do it. So let's make it unfreeze, and you can do that after. And if you see the format come like that, because it will show like a A4 page, all you have to do, you can change the page layout. So you click the page layout And after you can choose to landscape, and then it will looks more better because now you can see in one page. And on the header section, they said write on the right side. So I'm writing on the right side, and I said like Cocoa Bakery, Cocoa Bakery. And this is write the date. So today's date is 18/10/2021, and if you press enter, and that's it. So this is your heading for that. And from here you can see the way you want. If you like to see in a header format, you can see like that. So this is how we can do all the work. And if you like to take the screenshot with the formulas, you have to go to the formulas, click the formulas, and there will be one option here. It's a show formula. And you can see here show formula. If you click there, it will show you all the formulas you have used to complete this section. And after that, you'll click the print screen from your keyboard that normally on the top of your number on the right hand side. And after that, on the screenshot page, here you have to save it. So if I like to show you how to do it, so click the screen, print screen, we go there, and after that, Control V, and that's it. It's come here, and you can save it. If you like to crop it, you can crop it as well. So you can crop if you don't like the top section, you just crop it, and that's it. So that's how you can complete your cropping, and just put it back on the right side, and that's it. So that's how you can do your section for your screenshot. You can see here the screenshot you can see. So that's how you can complete your screenshot. Just print the screen and paste here, and you can move if you like. There is no problem for that. So this is the evidence. So the examiner will see what formula you have used, and you have used the right formulas. They just want to see it, nothing else. All right, so this is our story for the first one. So let's try to hide the formula. Click the formula, it will be gone again. Now I'll move to the next question. Let's have a look. What is the next question we have? The next question we have here, they said task 2. That's for the price list. They said use the price list, open the price list, apply data validation A3 to A20 to ensure that only categories that can be entered are those shown in K3 to K5, all right? Coin is going to increase the selling price by 8%. Now, if someone try to increase the price 8%, 5%, 10%, all you have to do, have to multiply by 1.08. Here it is 8%, so 1.08. So 1 is the base, and it will be increased by 8%. If it is 9%, then 1.09. So I'll show you how to do it. With the price rounded, round down. They said round down to the nearest penny. This one is a little bit confusing. So if your computer don't set up the round down, make sure you do the round down. Otherwise, normally computer take to the round up. For example, if we have like 5.67, that means we can take 5.68. So computer automatically take the round up. So make sure you have a right setup to do the computer round down. Then use appropriate rounding formula for this F3 to F20. Use the F1 formula for the average. It's not very difficult how to do it. And color the E21 and the F21 to show the front color is same, remains same. Okay, that's fine. So just showing the color. It's not a difficult one. Let's go back and let's have a look what we have there. So this time they said going to the price list. So we'll go to the price list. And on the price list section, we will see what we have here. Okay, in the price list, we can see the question gave it to us some information, and they said this will be increased by 8%. So the new sales price will be increased by 8%. So now let's try to increase it, and we'll do equal sign. This is my old sales price, that is 15, and I'm going to increase it. So times by 1.08. And that will be the new sales price, 16.20. Now, if you like to see what is the format section we have here, And on the format, you can do the format if you like, 2 decimal, 3 decimal, the way you want, you can do that. And I have alignment. You can change the font, you can change the border the way you want, but you really don't have much uses for that. But if you like to do, you can do that. Okay, so the next section we're going to see here, that is, so we're going to see here like how to change that value. So obviously, like as I said, we have to do the round down. So I'll show you how to do the round down, and they said for the 2 decimal. So let's have a look. So to click the equal sign from here, just let me make sure you can see everything. Yeah. So what you need to do, you need to click the equal sign. Any Excel formula that you like to start, it has to be start with the equal sign. So we write round down, R-O-U-N-D, round down, and we can do round up, we can round down. So question said do the round down, and we do the round down. And after that, we click 15. And this one we like to increase by 1.8%. So times by 1.08. This is our plan to increase 8%. And after we need to see, we need to run down for how many decimal. And the question said do it for 2 decimal. So enter 2 and close the bracket. That's it. Enter. That is our new price, 620, 1620 from 15. If I increase by 8% with the round down formula. After that, we look for the plus sign, drag all of these, and it will give us the total price for all of this. Now, the first one, they said like use the data validation for the first column for all of this. So let's have a look how to do the data validation. So data validation means like there will be a drop down list. From there, we can choose anything you like. So they said use these 3 as a source so that we can change anything that we like. So you want to use these 3 sources, and that should be available, all of this, for the data validation purpose. So let's have a look how we do that. So first we select what we like to change. So we select all of this and we go to the data, and on the data we have a data validation. So try to look where is the data validation. We have here data validation, and from here if you have a look any value, just change it to the list, because we're looking for the list now. And they're saying the source, what source we're looking for. This is our source. We like this 3 should be inside of that. So just press OK. Now you can see every time if you click here, it will show a drop down list. So if you click the drop down, you can see 3 things here. We have a larger cake, we have miscellaneous, a small cake. So every single section now we have a drop down for 3. So this is called data validation. We can do the different thing for the data validation. Maybe in the different question, I'll show you more. Then they are saying make the average. It's not very difficult how to do the average. All you have to do to click the equal sign, type average, A-V-E-R-A-G-E, average, and select the whole section that you like to make the average. Close the bracket and enter. That will give the average. Now after that, they said make it yellow, make it color. So you can do that. You can come here, make it yellow. That's it. This is our section number 2 is done. This is the next question they're asking for, and that's not very difficult. It's a simple one. Now move to the next section, task 3. Task 3, let's have a look what we have here. They're saying on the task 3, Coin has asked you to complete the invoice worksheet Cafe using the new price. Okay, open the worksheet called invoice. Use the appropriate lookup function. So lookup function means you have to use the VLOOKUP function to populate the cells in 19 and C20 for the products in B19 and B20 using the increased price in the price list worksheet. So from the price list worksheet, we take the increased price, the new price. Protect the worksheet so that user of the worksheet are only able to enter the data cell A19 to D32. Do not use a password. So when you protect the worksheet, that is a possible you can use the password, and you can protect the worksheet. So in this, like you can say, like I select this area, only this area people can change it. Outside they'll not be able to change it. Change the print name, the invoice, and will print one page and portion. So you must not print out the invoice. So they said like just show how to print it. So change the print setting so that the invoice will print out on one page. So how to print this one page? I'm sure like we know how to print the invoices. This thing is not the difficult thing. So let's have a look. Look at the VLOOKUP. That's the main area that important to understand. So we move to the invoice, and in this section, they are saying using the VLOOKUP function and use the price list, the new price to complete the invoice. There is invoice here, and you have to complete. How we do that? We click here first on the unit price, put the equal sign, and type the formula VLOOKUP, and double click. And once you have the VLOOKUP formula, first thing we need to tell the software what I'm looking for. So I need to give the identical name or the number. So I'm saying I'm looking for a sponge cake. So the software now understand I'm looking for this sponge cake. From where? Now I need to put the comma. Every time if I do something in Excel, the formula has to be end with the comma. So I said comma, and from where I'm looking for? From the price list. Okay, I come to the price list, and from where? From this section for this whole range. Now, if I'm looking for from this whole range, the whole range will show us obviously like in the section, and we have to check how to select the range. So I'm looking for the item name and the revised sales price. So I have to select all this area. So I said, okay, I'm selecting all this area because I'm looking for from here. Now I'll put comma again. And this time I need to tell which one I'm looking for. So I'm looking for the sponge cake, that's fine. And what price I'm looking for. Now we have a sales price, cost price, this column is empty, and we have a revised sales price. So which number it is? So first one, the item is column number 1, then sales price column number 2, cost price column number 3, this column is empty, column number 4, and revised sales price is column number 5. So here to write the 5, type 5 so that Excel understand we're looking for the information from the column number 5, and put comma. This time Excel will tell us you want approximate match or you want the exact match. So we select the false exact match, double click, close the bracket and enter. And it will tell me exactly how much is the sponge cake price. From there, it will pick the information and the amount count automatically. You can drag so that the next information will be here. And that's it. The invoice is £75. Now, if you like to make the print, how we can make the print? So there are a few print options. For example, if you like to select the print area, if you click on the page layout, you see there's an option called print area. You click here, set the print area. So here you have to set. How you set? You can select the area you like to print. After that, click set the print area. That's it, is set up. Now, if you click Ctrl P, it will show you on the printing section the area you like to print. Now you can say it is quite big, obviously, because the area is not selected properly. So what we can do, we can change the area, we can set up the page, we can set up the margin. So let's have a look. There is a one way you can do that. You can click here, fit, but before that, we need to see what format we have here, because here we look like a format, but we have the orientation, we have landscape. So that's why it's not maybe selecting properly. So we can say portrait. We want to see how it is work for the portrait. Now I like to check again if I do the print select area, and it's come like that. And we can go to the page setup. If we do fit to one page, fit to one page is like very useful. Like if you click fit to one page, it will take you to fit to one page. So now you can see the whole invoice in one page. So if we print this one, now this only section will be printed. So that's how they're asking, but we really don't have to print it. And I think this is the end of task number 3. So you can see it's not very difficult, and maybe on the next section, I'm going to show you task 4, 5, this 2 question. And if you have any question or if you need any support from me, feel free to email me. You have my email on the description. And hopefully like you will be able to do your spreadsheet exam more comfortably compared to the last time, because you really don't have like the spreadsheet inside of your synoptic. So it's a separate exam, and more likely it will be more easier than before. One more thing I like to tell, like even though if you failed this exam few times, AAT don't charge any exam fee for this Excel. The center might charge some fee because you're doing the exam there. But remember, if you fail this exam few times, there will be no impact on your overall grade. So it doesn't matter if you get 100 here, your grade will not be up. It doesn't matter if you get only 70, your grade will not be down. So this one have no impact on your overall result. And this one, you're not going to get any percentage. They'll only show you competent. That means either you pass, either you fail. It doesn't matter how long you take to pass. So really don't have to be too much stress for this exam. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching this video. And hopefully, I'll make another video to complete this section. Thank you very much, everyone.